Welcome to 404, Purpose Not Found, where we delete apps in the morning and reinstall them at night. There's a familiar pattern that seems to kick in whenever life feels chaotic or out of control. You suddenly get the urge to overhaul everything, and without fail, you find yourself searching online for the ultimate app that promises to organize your existence. Can you walk us through what goes on in that moment?
Absolutely! It's almost ritualistic at this point. You're scrolling through App Store listings, drawn in by sleek interfaces and motivational taglines. You download the app, spend time setting up a few tasks or habits, and for a fleeting moment, it really feels like you've turned over a new leaf. The sense of potential is almost intoxicating.
That's spot on. There's that sudden burst of optimism like you've just pressed a reset button on your life. But then, reality sinks in. The days get busy, the notifications pile up, and before you know it, the app you were so excited about quietly slips out of your daily routine.
Exactly. And what's funny is how the app tries to lure you back with those cheerful notifications. Hey, just checking in. But instead of feeling inspired, you start feeling judged. It's almost as if the app is calling you out on your lack of follow-through, and that's when the cycle really starts.
So, when the guilt gets too strong, the next step is to just delete the app entirely. It's a defiant move, as if you're proving to yourself that productivity doesn't require digital crutches. But deep down, you know you're not being honest, right?
That's so true. The sense of relief is short-lived, because a few days later, the frustration creeps back in. You're back in the App Store, downloading the same app, convinced that this time you'll use it differently. Every reinstall feels like a fresh start, even though the core issues haven't changed.
It's almost like being caught in a cycle of digital dating, breaking up, swearing it off, and then getting lured back in by the promise of a better version of yourself. There's always that hope that maybe the next attempt will stick.
And yet, the result is usually the same. You open the app to discover a graveyard of old, duplicate task shafts of which are reminders to start using the app itself. It's a never-ending loop that's both comic and a little tragic.
Let's talk about why these apps are so compelling, even when we know they rarely change our habits for long. Is it possible we're more in love with the idea of control than with actual progress?
I think that's exactly it. There's something deeply satisfying about seeing colorful dashboards, neat lists, and progress bar 7 if they're only skin deep. The interface gives us a sense of order, a feeling that we have a handle on things, even if our lives remain a bit chaotic.
And maybe that's not entirely a bad thing. Sometimes, those brief moments of hope and clarity, even if they're sparked by an affair enough to propel us forward, at least temporarily, the illusion of structure can be comforting.
Absolutely. Even if the app itself doesn't deliver lasting change, it serves as a reminder of the person we want to become. The fantasy of self-improvement can be powerful. And maybe that's why we keep coming back for more.
As we wrap up, it seems like the real lesson isn't about finding the perfect app, but about accepting our own cycle sand, maybe even finding a little humor in them. What would you say to someone caught in this endless download, delete, repeat pattern?
First, you're definitely not alone. If you've ever felt renewed motivation just from opening a freshly designed app, you're in good company. We're all searching for easy solutions, and sometimes, even a symbolic fresh start can give us a boost.
In the end, maybe the best thing we can do is to stop adding guilt to our to-do lists. If an app helps 7 briefly, that's great. But if not, it's okay to let go and try something different without beating yourself up.
Exactly. Uninstall guilt, reinstall a little joy, and remember that self-improvement is a journey, not just a checklist. And above all, don't take it too seriously sometimes. Laughter really is the best productivity hack.